Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
I'm Zach. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Obviously, you're Toto, the big man in F1. Mercedes team boss, Lewis's boss, George's boss.
That's for all the kids out there who dream the impossible.
Lewis, congratulations. I couldn't have done it better.
So, when you were my age, was this your dream job or was it something else?
I think it probably would have been my dream job if I would have known that this existed.
Yeah.
I think in your age I was more the classical kid back in the day, being a pilot or being a racing driver.
Are you a perfectionist or?
I want everything to be perfect. For whatever reason, I spot every imperfection, and this is, I think, a character trait that's good for a Formula One team because we are a high-tech company and needs to be all surgically clean.
You actively promote the no-blame culture. How does that work within the team?
When there's a problem, fundamentally it's my fault. And if a mechanic fails, very rarely it is a human error. Sometimes the education of the mechanic and how to deploy the tools wasn't good enough, my mistake. If the wheel gun isn't up to the job, my mistake. If something is not right in the coordination, fundamentally it's also my problem because we're putting the team together to do this to the best of their abilities. And we blame the problem and not the person. Because you create an environment where there's fear. And if fear, people don't dare to speak up or don't dare to point to things that are not good. So you need to allow them to speak up.
How do you manage the needs of the individual drivers? So is it one team as Mercedes or is it one team per driver in a way?
I have never allowed the garage to be split into two teams. So it's one team, two drivers, they share objectives in working for the team, but we also acknowledge that they have their own objectives. They want to win a driver world championship, beat the teammate.
And if you do have a driver who's maybe not had the best session in qualifying or free practice and they come in with the blame technique and maybe they are slightly aggravated by what's happened in that sessions, how do you handle that and how do you handle calming down that driver?
I think, first of all, and this is a character trait of the great champions, they look at themselves first. Where did I get it wrong? Was my driving good? If the team made a mistake, then there's going to be a debate how we can do better next time. I would never blame a driver. I've always tried to put my arm around it if the driver got it wrong. And the same way the driver, if he's one of the champions, is able to give the team confidence and restore that for race days.
So who's your favourite team principal in the paddock?
I think I really have a good relationship with Fred Vasseur. We've been friends for a long time. It's getting a bit rough now as direct competitors, but I guess this comes with the job and we can compartmentalize very well. And I'm getting on with Zach, similar kind of mindset, but we are all fierce competitors when we go into the paddock.
And who's the fastest driver that you've worked with at Mercedes?
It would be unfair to say that, I think. They're all great, but one has won the most trophies and is a 7-time world champion, so maybe he stands out.
I might tell George that.
Tell him the right thing, don't put the oil in the fire.
So what would you say to yourself at my age, 13?
Just be a kid. Don't do what you like. If you have the possibility in go-karting, do that with the necessary easiness about it. If you're good, if you're disciplined, if you work hard, you're going to be successful. Maybe you're going to be a great moderator in the future or a TV personality. But the most important is be a kid. You're so young and enjoy your life.
Yeah, that's a great advice. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Good questions.